Hello and welcome to the informational video on our Hunter Education course. In this video, we will look at topics such as the pricing for the course, basic course requirements, how it differs from state to state, and a few other topics. Before getting started, we want to make sure that we are on the correct Hunter Education page. That would be www.hunter-ed.com. Once there, you will be brought to this landing page, where you will have the option to choose the state or country you wish to complete your certification for. So if I click on this option here, I will be brought down to the list. This is a list of all the states that we certify for. Note that we certify for most states, but there are some where we only issue a study guide. For example, Connecticut, or Kansas, or Massachusetts. These states only issue a study guide. In terms of the certification course that you wish to take, it depends on your preference. Typically, you will take the Hunter Safety Certification for the state in which you reside. There are some states that have restrictions where you need to be a resident of that state to complete the Hunter certification, but there are other states where you can complete it if you are a resident or not. For example, if I wanted to take the California Hunter Safety course, I would click on California and I will be brought to this landing page. The format of this page is the same for state to state, so get familiar with it now. On this page, you are given a lot of information that is beneficial before you start your course. For example, if you would like to know the price for the course, under Get Hunter Certified in 3 Steps, step number 1 will usually give you how much the course will cost. So the California Hunter Education course is $24.95. Other information that is useful is if you scroll down, you may need to get information before you register for the course. For example, California requires you to get your Go ID number. This little text here is giving you what you need to do in order to retrieve that number. Next up, you have these 2 little sections here. This will tell you if there is a minimum age requirement to take this online course. For California, there is no minimum age, so anyone can take the course. The next line will tell you if you have to be a resident of California or not to take the online course. If you scroll back up, under Do you need California Hunting Education, you will be told or not if you require the certification to hunt in the state of California. So in this situation, you need education if you are a first-time hunter who will be buying a hunting license in California, or you do not have a hunting license from another state or province issued within the last 2 years. So right off the bat, we have a lot of useful basic information for this course. If I wanted to take a look at another state course, I can go back and choose Alabama, for example. As you can see, the format is the same. So if I want to take a look at the same exact information we just saw for California, I could do so right now. Do you need Alabama hunting education? You need education if you were born on or after August 1st, 1977, and you will be purchasing a hunting license in Alabama. So that's the information on if you need it or not while hunting in Alabama. Next up, if I want to know the price for the course, step number 1, study and pass the $28.95 online course. So that gives us the price. And then over here, we are told if we have any age restrictions or if we need to be a resident or not. So in the case of Alabama, you need to be at least 10 years old to take the online course, and you must be a resident of Alabama to take the course as well. So a few differences between Alabama and California, and you will see that from state to state, there are some particularities with the course. Now, if I want to go a step further and take a look at more information that might be helpful, I can scroll down and find the FAQ section. So the FAQ section will give you all the general information you need to know before taking the course. So again, we have the price listed here. We have the information that happens when you fail a quiz or not. So here for Alabama, if you fail a unit quiz, you must restudy the unit and take the quiz again until you pass. The passing score for a quiz in Alabama is 80%. And in terms of the structure for the course, there are typically 9 chapters. Each chapter, once completed, has an end of chapter quiz. Those quizzes are 10 multiple choice questions, and the amount of questions you need to get right may vary from state to state, but typically it hovers around 70 to 80%. All right, moving on. Do I have to take an online exam? The Alabama Hunter Ed exam is the exam you take at the end of the online course. You must score at least 70% on the Hunter Ed exam to pass. So that's telling you that there is a final exam at the end of the course and you need a 70% to pass. You have 2 attempts to pass the Alabama Hunter Ed exam. If you do not pass the exam in 2 attempts given, you'll be required to repeat the entire course. So if you fail that exam twice, you're going to have to restudy the course from scratch. So again, this is great information to know before you start your course. Moving on again, we have the minimum age as listed here as well. So you need to be at least 10 years old. You need the education if you were born on or after August 1st, 1977, and you need to be a resident of Alabama. You're also given information on how do you replace your certification if you lose it at any point in time, and if your Alabama Hunter Education Certificate is accepted elsewhere. That is what we call reciprocity. Typically, in the United States, if you complete your certification for one state, it should be reciprocal in all other states. Now, of course, whenever you plan on hunting out of state, you will want to contact the state department that you are going to be hunting in to make sure that your hunter safety will be accepted. But as a rule of thumb, there is reciprocity from state to state. If we were to take a look again at a different state to make sure that there's consistency between the formatting of where the information is, I could take Hawaii. I have my requirements here for if I need the course or not. My pricing here, $19.95 for Hawaii. You need to be at least 10 years old to take the course, and you don't have to be a resident of Hawaii to do the certification. If I scroll down again, I can find the FAQ section, and it'll give me a bit more information on the quizzes. So for the quizzes, you need a 75% to pass. For the final exam, you need 80%, but for this state, you have unlimited attempts to pass the exam. So you could do it until you pass. So it varies a bit from the other states that we just seen. And again, the reciprocity element will be listed here, how to replace the certification if ever you lose it at a point in time, and how you will receive your permanent certification once you complete the course. If I scroll back up, again, same format. If I want to actually register for the course, I can select the Get Started button or register. Let's take one more example. Let's do Nebraska for example. Okay. So Nebraska, the course costs $29.50. You need the education if you're 12 through 29 years of age, and you must carry proof of successful completion of firearm hunter education while hunting with a firearm or air gun. You have to be at least 11 years old to take this course, and you do not have to be a resident of Nebraska. One thing that's different with this state course is there is steps that you have to complete after doing the initial online course. So in this scenario, if you are under the age of 16 when you register for this course, you must take this online course and then attend the Hunt Safe session to complete your hunter education requirements. This basically means that you have an in-person portion to complete before you get your full certification. So as I said, there are some states where you can do the full certification online, but then there are some states that after you complete the online course, you must also go in person in order to finalize your certification with a session. So that is most of the basic information that you need to know when wanting to register for the course. Thank you and have a good day.